You guys ready? Literally incapable of engaging with the conversation at hand. I struggle to do that too. Whoa. It's hard to when there's no sound.
Do you think that everything about gender is biological?
Yes.
Okay, what is the biological basis of the color pink being considered womanly?
So, first of all, I mean, I think at this point we should understand that, like, pretty much everything is a mixture between like biological and environmental factors. So the question about pink being like a feminine color, is that what they asked? A female, a girl color?
Okay, what is the biological basis of the color pink being considered womanly?
I looked into this a little bit because I saw this on TikTok. I didn't watch the whole thing, but after that, I kind of started looking into it. And there's no there's no confirmed answer. I don't know if it's possible to ever give an objective answer to that. But there are some theories that it has something to do with historically women being gatherers and having the ability to like identify fruits better, like reddish and pinkish type fruits. So there's one theory. I mean, the reality is like there probably is a biological factor in some capacity. It's like it's so weird. If we trace back to the first human, and it's more complicated than that. Like our construct of what gender is in our society comes from like historic gender roles being created based off of like biological differences. And as time goes on, we have less need to maintain those, I guess you call them stereotypes, with the advent of technology. So
It isn't. That's not. You can't compare those things. You were saying color is sexualized. You were saying color
I
is
didn't say that color was
sexualized.
sexualized. I said that
Yes, you were.
society.
hold on, sorry. I also think that red is like a sexual color. So maybe like women like red more because it's like more attractive to men. I think I heard Jordan Peterson talk about something. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all just like kind of tossing around theories. Like, there's no. I feel like there's. I don't know how much of like an objective truth there is. It's all theoretical, but I'm sure there's like some kind of a biological basis in some capacity.
Society treats the color pink as a womanly color, just like how society treats the color blue as a boyish color, but there's no biological basis for that. You see, we assign social roles and expectations to things even though they're not biological in nature. There's a social aspect of gender.
That's totally true, but there's also a biological aspect.
Hey, so you're okay with the people?
Yeah, our brains like like colors and patterns, so sorting people into categories and applying the stereotypes to the categories makes sense. Yeah, for sure. The problem comes into like when you force people to like those particular stereotypes. Absolutely. You know.
People that's sexually attracted to animals.
Do you think that
Wait, what? Is there more to this conversation?
So you're okay with the people that's sexually attracted to animals?
Wait, what happened? I need to watch more of this.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Nolan.
Nolan?
Hi,
Nice to meet
Nolan.
you. I'm Naomi. Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, sir. What I want to talk about is I agree to disagree because
Wait, do you want to have a conversation or do you just want to tell me?
If you tell somebody that you agree to disagree, you can't start a conversation like that. Because like when you say I agree to disagree, that's like a disengage. Yeah, let's agree to disagree, and then you move on.
You disagree because I think that like we can both learn from each other.
I want to have a conversation, but let me say something. I had a friend who
I wish I had a friend.
Almost transitioned, but retransitioned. She felt the Holy Spirit dwelling in her, and
wow, this is powerful.
She got this vision from Christ. She's like,
wow,
the vision that Christ gave her, because she started becoming a Christian, is there was a red line underneath gay people. There was a red line, but there was a green line behind men and women.
Wait, why are you talking about gay people? I thought we were.
That's incredible. I believe that story. I don't know why. Sure, okay.
Talking about trans people.
I understand, but listen. This is what God was telling her. She saw a green line between men and women and a red line between gay people. He's like,
well, what if women like red? Wouldn't that make them gravitate towards it if they're a girl? We debunked everything.
The gay people can't reproduce to make disciples of all nations. They can't reproduce to share the gospel, making kids.
Wait. Relationships are bad if they can't reproduce. What about like people that are infertile? Like, doesn't that seem pretty exclusionary towards them?
Well, reproduction helps share the gospel of Christ, makes kids.
It's true. When I used to go to church, we would always fuck. It was one of the reproduction was a very big part of my religious, thing. All the time. It's all we did every time we went to church. We would just fuck all the time. But when I say we wouldn't really fuck, I would just fucking hate being there because it was so boring.
Wait,
To benefit
by
the
that
kingdom of
logic,
Christ.
infertile people are like sinning just by being infertile, but like they can't control that usually.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there are people that like simply cannot reproduce just because that's how their body works. And if you're saying that like
Yes.
being gay is wrong because they can't
Actually, it's because that's how their body doesn't work. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's me. I know that you're struggling. That sucks.
reproduce, then there are these
No,
people who are
reproduce and
naturally
make
just unable to
kids.
reproduce that would also be wrong by that logic. That's awful. Like, why would you dehumanize infertile
I'm
people
not.
like that?
Yeah.
I'm not, but it's a sin, and we're not perfect people. We all sin.
Wait,
I
just
sin.
being infertile is a sin? You can't control
No,
that.
no, not being infertile. Being gay is a sin.
But
I'm not
your
a
logic would
Very
imply to
true.
infertile people as well, which would imply that infertile people are also sinning simply by being infertile.
What do you mean by infertile? Not that can't reproduce? I
So
understand
you
some
said
people
that.
can't
I feel like this guy's struggling, man. Okay.
I can explain this real quick. You said that being gay is a sin because they cannot reproduce and therefore they cannot further the kingdom of God through their children. Now, infertile people also can't reproduce. So are infertile people sinning?
What's an infertile person?
An infertile person is somebody who just naturally is unable to reproduce.
Oh my god.
No, that's not a sin. That's how God created them. It's different in
So
that
if God created
case.
people gay, then they're not sinning?
He didn't create them gay. What I've seen with psychologists is that they've been emotionally abused by men, and some of these girls or
Wait,
guys are being
if you look at
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I've seen the statistic that says that like people who are gay have like a higher chance of having been abused at some point in their life. Um, here's the thing: is that like people make the argument that it's the abuse that makes them gay in some capacity. And maybe that's true for some people. I kind of doubt it. If anything, there's also the potential that like a gay child might be seen as more vulnerable in some capacity. And they're like considered like easier to prey on in some capacity. Like a lot of young gay boys, like a lot of times they're born gay, and a lot of times they tend to be more feminine. And so like they gravitate towards the girl stuff, and like to gravitate towards their mom, and that might be perceived as like a weakness in society in some capacity, where they're like, oh, they're more isolated, they don't have as many friends, et cetera, et cetera. That's a possible theory. For when it comes down to it, it's also possible that honestly, there's also potentially a factor of, and I know we're talking about boys more than anything else, but when it comes to gay boys, of like straight boys, they might be abused at the same rate, but like be afraid to admit it because of some form of toxic masculinity. Right. So there's a lot. I'm sure that there is homosexuality from trauma. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I wouldn't say that there's. Or I'm not sure. I mean, I could imagine I could see that, but I don't think that's the majority of cases. I think a lot of people are born gay. And it's all right.
if you look into the entirety of like actually the research on like what makes people gay, it's due to genes and hormone influences in the womb, which would imply that God created them in the womb gay.
No.
Yeah, so like, it's crazy how there's like gene washing in the womb that has like an impact on it. Isn't that crazy?
I came from Shanta, and I agree what Shanta says about you. I'm friends with Shanta. I'm friends with Shanta, and I agree what she's saying about you.
Oh, you're friends with Shanta. That's why you have no logic. Okay.
No, I have more logic than you. So.
Well, then why does your logic imply that both infertile people are sinning and also gay people are not sinning? Like,
it's a different
I've been
scenario.
following your.
Sorry, somebody's mowing my lawn right now. I mean, I pay them to do it, so it's not somebody; it's the lawn care guy. But it's a little loud. Sorry. And they're using one of those cool like ride-on mowers.
Logic under your first logic. Wait. Under the first logic you presented, infertile people. Hold up. Let me explain this real quick. Let me explain this real quick.
You're a man.
Hold up.
You're a man.
I need to explain.
Wait.
So they're not a man. It's just like this guy's so fucking stupid, and he's just screaming basically at this point.
Really? Is that an argument? Is just misgendering me an argument? Do you want
to? Hormone washing. Yeah. Okay. So let me really quick. So when you're in the womb, the body experiences like basically the mother's womb will like hormone wash. Jesus Christ, this guy doing his job. Oh my God. But we'll experience some kind of hormone washing, and that could have an impact on the baby's sexuality.
No, it's not misgendering you. No. You're a man. You can't reproduce. You can't have babies.
Well, men can reproduce, just so you know, but they're not a man.
You have
Once again, we're
you
attacking
have the
infertile people. Oh my
genitalia of a
goodness.
man. Tell me otherwise.
Wait. Why are you attacking infertile people again? Let me explain what happened. You presented a first logic, which stated that people are sinning if they're unable to reproduce. Which would imply that infertile people are sinning. Then you're like, well, no, it's actually
I
okay
never
if like
said
God
that
created them that
they
way.
are
And I'm like, oh, well,
sinning.
if you look at the research, gay people are created gay in the womb
No, they're
because of how they
not.
develop.
No, they're
Therefore, they're
not.
not sinning. So
No,
under your first
no.
logic, too many people are sinning, and you don't like that.
I've
Under
talked
your
to
second logic, not
psychologists.
enough
They
people are
see the
sinning, and you
toxic
don't like
trait of
that.
guys or
You don't
girls
like.
that abuse
Wait.
him. That
You don't
abuse
like
them
the
into
logical
that
conclusions of your
sexuality.
logic.
That's a lie.
Stop.
No,
I'm explaining to you.
no,
I presented
no,
the logical conclusions of your
no,
logic, and you didn't like
no,
that. Why?
no.
Why can't you accept that?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No.
Misgendering me is not an argument. Nice try.
It's not. It's not misgendering you. You have the genitalia of a man. I'm not here
Do
to
genitals
argue.
determine gender?
Yes.
But gender's a
It
social phenomenon. How can
biologically.
gender's a social phenomenon? How can genitals determine
It
gender?
biologically.
Oh, you're thinking of sex. Look.
No.
I know that you haven't had
No.
any, so you might not understand the
This is how
concept.
I know you're
But
brainwashed.
gender is
This
social
is
in
how I know you're
nature. Sex
brainwashed.
is biological in nature. That's the difference.
What?
You know, there's no point in arguing with these people, but it's like funny to watch. Like it's like a shit show. I'm here for the turn rack, to be honest with you.
I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything?
Yeah.
Would you?
What I mean is, you're just brainwashed. I can't hear anything. So
This is how you know that she's actually a woman. Is because he, as a man, is not listening to her. Think about it. Think about it. Based. I don't listen to women either.
I'm literally gonna let you speak. Wait. What's your point? I've explained that we're talking about gender, we're talking about social stuff. If we're talking about sex, we're
there's
talking
no
about
difference
biological
between
stuff.
sex and gender. You were
There's
born
no difference between
man or woman. Period.
So
The
do you
end.
think that?
Don't
Wait,
try
do you
to
think
be
that everything about
complex.
gender? Hold up. Do you think that everything about gender is biological?
Yes.
Okay. What is the biological basis of the color pink being considered womanly?
It isn't. That's not. You can't compare those things. You can't
Well,
compare.
you do.
You
Wait.
can't
You
compare
do
those
agree.
things. They're two different
You do.
things.
Hold up.
This is
You
what
do
I
agree.
hate about you guys. You compare
You do
stupid
agree.
things that don't even compare and contrast.
No, the point is that there
You don't even compare and contrast. That's not what that is.
are
It's the stupidest
arbitrary
logic.
social roles
No,
and expectations
no.
we assign to
I mean, she literally is doing like a compare and contrast situation.
people that are
No.
entirely social in
No.
nature.
No.
We assign to
No.
people that are
No.
entirely social in
No.
nature.
I don't know that anything is entirely social in nature. Yeah, but okay.
No.
I like this guy.
No, gender roles
No.
don't exist.
Okay, if you say I can be non-binary, anything I want to be, that means you were saying
When did
that
I say you
color
can be
has a
anything you want to
gender.
be?
Excuse me, you were stating color is a gender. So if I want to be anything I want to be, you're saying I can be a Lamborghini.
What? When did I say
That's
that?
We say color's a gender, and I could be a Lamborghini. Oh, this guy's fucking awesome. He's why a Lamborghini though? Of all, oh fuck! Oh Jesus Christ! I think I died. I think I died. Wow, sorry guys. A little nut from this. I got a little nut in my throat from this chewy bar. Sorry.
Color is a gender.
You objectify people by saying they can be anything they want to be. Have you seen the nasty people
hold
that
up.
sexualize as a dog?
Wait,
Who think
I
they're
never
dogs
I
and
never
have a
made the
sexual
claim.
attraction to
Hold
a
up.
dog?
Wait,
Have you seen the people that
I
have
literally
sexual
never made the
attraction to
claim that you can
animals?
be whatever you want to be. That's not the claim I made.
There are people who are sexually attracted to animals, yeah, for sure. But that's the thing is that animals can't consent, so hot take, humans can. Adult humans.
Can you acknowledge that I did not make the claim that you can be whatever you want to be?
Yes, it is.
When did I say that?
I mean, yeah, like so it's not that you could be whatever you want to be. the foundational idea is that like this is who you truly are, and you have like an immense amount of like dysphoria or some kind of distress associated with not being able to express as that thing. Makes sense with like men and women. Doesn't make sense with a dog. Like there's no significant fucking distress for not wanting to be a dog. Although, actually, what I will say, when I was younger and I had to go to school, cringe, right? I used to look at my dog. And I used to be like, damn, I wish I was my fucking dog because I really don't want to go to school. So I guess I'm wrong. There's a lot of distress there. I hated school.
No. You were saying
Wait, when did you
that
say
color
that?
is sexualized. You were saying color is sexualized. You were saying color
I
is
didn't say that color was
sexualized.
Well, color can be I think like, I mean, maybe like I think red is like a more sexualized, like sexually provocative color, right? I think even car insurance company, I mean, it also invokes, I guess, like other emotions as well because car insurance companies, isn't it like more money to have a red car?
Sexualized. I said that
Yes, you were.
society treats the color pink as a womanly color, just like how society treats the color blue as a boyish color, but there's no biological basis for that. You see, we assign
I think there actually is a biological basis for why people like the two most popular favorite colors are, I think, blue and green. And I think that actually has to do with I remember this from science class. That has to do with like the earth being like very blue and green, and like it's the reason why we like those colors. So like the sky is very blue, and like the grass is very green. So like there are actual biological bases for some things. You know, it's fun to ponder, but it doesn't really matter. You know, like we don't have to like maintain rigid fucking gender stereotypes.
social roles and expectations to things, even though they're not biological in nature. There's a social aspect of gender.
Hey, so you're okay with the people that's sexually attracted to animals? Don't see it wrong?
I never
Think
said
that they're
that,
an
and I am not
animal?
okay with that. Why are you saying I said that? I did not say that.
Oh, that's a part of the LGBTQIA.
It is not
I guess you
actually.
didn't know it. Yes, it is. They sexualize
No,
as
that's
dogs.
actually. Wait.
Yes,
What do you think
yes.
LGBTQIA stands for?
Oh yes, like what's the letter for dog fucking? Like DF? Like what is it?
I already know what it stands for. It's
What does it
lesbian,
stand for?
gay, straight, not straight, not
Nope.
straight. Lesbian, gay, bi, trans.
You got the third one wrong. Almost instantly.
Whatever.
Okay.
I feel like you should be able to at least get the first three. You know, lesbian, gay, bisexual. You know, I can understand being a little confused about the rest. You know, but I feel like those three.
Do any of those letters have anything to do with animals?
But it is a part of it because you
No.
classify so
None
many
of those letters have
genders.
anything to do with animals. That's not part of the LGBTQ community.
Yes.
There is an A in there that stands for animal. Animal sexual. Zoophile. I don't know. The A stands for, I think, is it? There's like so many different things. Is it androgynous, or some people say ally, or like anus? I don't really know.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That's literally
The
not.
people that sexualize dogs.
Asexual. Yeah, that makes the most sense. That's the one I was looking for. Applebee's, actually. Good point. That's a good one. Maybe I'll go tonight.
Didn't even know the full acronym.
Because I don't care about.
But if you don't care about it, then why?
This is how he could stump her logic. She's like, "Oh, you don't even know the acronym." Be like, "Oh, so do you think trans people are valid?" And she'll be like, "Yeah." Say, "Okay, name every trans person." Done. She'll never. That's how you know that these people don't actually care about trans people.
Why'd you come on here and have a conversation with me? Clearly, you care a lot. You just don't want to admit it.
Mm-mm. You don't even turn me on or turn me off.
Wait, what? Holy fuck! He just shot his shot hard as fuck. I mean, I can respect that, right?
Why are you talking about sexual attraction to me? Like, does that matter for us having a conversation? Why are you trying to sexualize me?
Because
shoot your shot, Brandon.
The reality is, why would a guy want to date a trans woman for they aren't real women?
Is that really all you think about?
Girl cock. You know, girl cock. Also, we don't have to create like rules for dating based on how much you want to fuck somebody yourself personally. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different preference.
Is that all that's on your mind? You are disgusting.
I'm disgusting. No, it's the truth. Look at all the trans women trying to steal the medals from real women from race.
Wait, there are like trans women that have like stolen Olympic medals from cis women. Can you name them?
Yeah.
I don't think there's been anybody in like the actual Olympics that's stolen a medal
Please.
or
The first
gotten a
trans
medal.
woman in the Olympics. I don't know her name, but yeah,
Wait, she stole an Olympic medal from a cis woman?
yeah, she won it because she had the DNA of a guy and was more powerful and stronger.
Who's he
What medal
talking
did she
about?
win?
I forgot.
Because I'm not aware of any trans women that have won Olympic medals.
I don't think so.
Also, winning an Olympic medal is different than stealing one. That's a very different claim.
I think Laurel Hubbard was there, but didn't win any medals. That's a whole conversation. Trans women in sports, you know, especially if you go through a male puberty, I think that there's a, you know, there's definitely an unfair advantage there. But you know, we don't need to get into that topic here. The swimmer wasn't an Olympian, but yeah.
Like, if she
Well,
was allowed to
you're not
compete under the
naturally a
sports
woman.
policies which require her to medically transition many aspects of her biological sex, the aspects which matter for athletic performance,
You're paying-
and then she
Well, you can't like undo, you know, an entire puberty, going through an entire puberty like as a male. Like it's just a reality. There's also no requirements like remove your testicles, which still produce. There's a whole bunch of shit there, you know. So like, but we don't have to get into that conversation. But
wins
you're
in that
paying
competition.
so much-
like, obviously, they're gonna do worse transition than they would have not transitioned, but comparatively, they'll generally perform better.
That's
money
winning the medal, not stealing the medal.
It's not
Stealing the medal would be like she robbed someone for the
It's
medal.
not
Like, you know, like she
natural.
approaches them and like
It's
takes the
not
medal. But like that's not what's happening. Also, I'm not even aware of any trans woman that has won an Olympic medal. Like, do you have a source on that?
No, but I've heard of
Then
it
why'd you make that claim? Why would you make a claim without any sources?
because I've heard of it.
Okay, go find me a source, or we're gonna have to throw that out because I do not believe that.
Well, you believe Google? Google only pushes
So do you
what's
want
left.
to Google it?
No. Google is trash now. Google is
Trans
one-sided.
women that have won Olympic medals.
They only push
Let's
left
see.
agenda. I don't Google things anymore. They only push the
Oh.
left agenda.
Oh, wait, y'all. When I Google trans women that have won
You can just use DuckDuckGo instead. You know what I mean?
Olympic medals, this is actually misinformation. The only person to win a gold medal was a non-binary person that did not transition medically. There's literally no outrage. They competed in the sports league of the sex they were assigned at birth, and they never medically transitioned. They're just non-binary.
This long nose hair.
There is nothing unfair about that. They did not alter their sex characteristics in any way.
Shit. Hold it out.
So why did you think you were a girl?
That hurts so
Because what
bad.
Why
breaks
do I
my
think I'm a
heart?
girl?
What breaks my heart? What breaks my heart is I cried for my friends.
I know what
transitioning.
breaks your heart is that you're not sexually attracted to me. I know that's really
Well, I
what's been
think that we've established that he is, right?
on your
No.
mind this entire time.
And you're not either my type. You have to live fully for Christ. And sexual immorality is showing vividly.
I don't think I want. Wait, sexual immorality? How am I being sexually immoral?
Because it talks about it in scripture too. You aren't naturally made.
It talks about what in scripture?
Sodom and Gomorrah and the destruction because of the sexual attraction of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That
Not
wasn't about
listening to
trans
God.
people.
Well, you weren't naturally made a woman. You were born a male. And you can't get that through your head.
Okay, so I take
Because you're
medicine.
mentally ill.
I take medicine that makes my body more biologically
I know.
female
That's
in
not
many
natural.
ways.
That's not
And
natural.
I change the way in which I socially
No,
present myself. I
that's
change
not
the way in which
natural.
people perceive and
That
treat
is
me.
not natural. That's
You
not
wait.
natural.
Do you agree? Do you think that anything that's
I mean,
not
by that logic, then like nobody should take any medications for anything, you know. But like everybody with diabetes should die, you know. Based, but you know.
natural, like that we put in our bodies, is bad?
Yeah.
So what about like medicine?
If it's made naturally, it's fine.
So like what about unnatural medicine? Like say like
what does it what does it made naturally mean? What are you talking about? It's like only medicine, like only herbs and spices or something?
Tylenol or ibuprofen. Like that's unnatural.
Okay. You don't really have a
So
point.
can we not take ibuprofen?
You don't
like,
really
to,
have a
you know,
point there. That's different. Putting testosterone
How is it different? Wait.
stuff is
I asked you, is it wrong to take things that are unnatural? And you said yes. I gave you an example of something that is unnatural, but you think it is right to take.
Sure, he probably does down like a solid bottle of Mountain Dew every day. That's a good point.
You are experiencing cognitive dissonance.
Why don't you believe Shanta?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck that is.
What?
I think he's mispronouncing Santa.
I believe
Turn back to
Shanta?
yourself. Yeah.
Because she's
speaks
bad
no-
faith and she's
no,
wrong about basically
no.
everything she says.
No. It's just you have
Bro, the debate terms are so cringe. When I use them, my body shivers.
no
Wait,
fruitful
If
conversation.
Shanta?
do you think that Shanta is good faith?
Not necessarily, not all the time, but
Sure.
she has good moral
Why would you follow
construct.
someone who's so bad faith?
Maybe this
Okay,
is
state her
Shanta
faith
in this
position.
video.
Go ahead.
So what I mean by good faith versus bad faith is whether or not someone is
This seems like a TikTok debate now. I'm thinking about
actually planning on engaging with the ideas, and they're actually planning to take in new information and change their mind if their claims are falsified by new information. That's not Shanta at all.
And that's not me at all. I'm not going to take in your information you've given me, but I'll take it
Wait,
in
why
and
would
consider.
you refuse to learn from new information? Like, learning from new information shows that you are smart and
Give us
open.
an example of debate terms. Bad faith, raw man, steel man, hook, line, and sinker. Whataboutism, boogie woogie. I think that's good. I think we got a solid amount, a solid amount of examples for that.
And willing to have a real conversation.
Is disingenuous a debate term? Fuck you, dude. I don't think that's a debate term. That's just a word. Okay. Batman.
If you present to me facts that I didn't know before, I'm going to look them up because I'm interested in knowing the facts. Why won't you do the same?
Why won't I do the same?
Yeah.
Because I know it's not natural. There's no point in me
Wait, it's
looking
not
it
natural
up.
to look up facts and to learn new things?
Not on Google. They hide everything. I learned that today.
It's good to learn new things with Christ, but if it's something unnatural and something that hasn't coexisted.
Oh, if it's something unnatural like Tylenol, we can't take Tylenol anymore?
I'm not saying that we can't.
But it's unnatural, and you said that if it's unnatural, it's bad.
Testosterone and stuff that.
Wait, you literally have
isn't
testosterone
of
in your body.
Identity.
Testosterone's not inherently bad.
Biological DNA you shouldn't take just to change how God's made you to be. You were in fear. You were bullied as a guy. That's why you are what you are now.
Why do you assume that I was bullied?
Because psychologists have proven it.
Well, I wasn't bullied, so I guess that's wrong.
Statistics say that most trans people were bullied as their other gender.
Why do you think?
Well, I mean, okay, so even if let's just say that's true. A lot of trans people face disproportionate amount of bullying. Maybe it's because they're trans and people bully them. Like maybe that's, if anything, that doesn't prove that made them trans. If anything, that just shows that people don't like trans people, especially since like trans people before any diagnosis will tend to express themselves differently in a way that people would perceive as like weird. So like, yeah, I would believe that. You just keep saying psychologists though. Like,
I think that trans people were bullied.
It's statistically proven.
Well, I'm asking you, but like, so sure, it does tend to be a general statistical trend that trans people end up being bullied more so than cisgender people. Why do you think it is that trans people are bullied more so than cisgender people?
It's because they're not staying to their natural gender. That's why.
No, so he's like, yeah, the bullying is poggers. The claim he actually was trying to make was that like the bullying makes them trans, and he just immediately walked back on. I mean, obviously he's a fucking idiot. That's why we're not really going too in depth in this fucking conversation. But Jesus Christ,
are you victim blaming? You're blaming the bullied person. You're saying that because they're not good at like sticking their gender, they're being bullied for it. You're literally victim blaming there.
And it's because of their sexuality that they're being bullied, and they shouldn't be bullied.
What does sexuality have to do with this? Gender and sexuality are two different things.
No, they're the same thing. They're almost the same thing.
Wait, no. Gender is like where you fall between like men and women, and then sexuality is who you're attracted to. Those are literally different things by definition.
Sir. This
calling me sir is not an argument.
Fruitful,
nice try.
Fine to the Lord, and it's getting nowhere. There's no point in being conversations like this.
You have no logic.
I have better logic than you.
Based.
Then how come every time I demonstrate the logical conclusions of your logic, you're like, that's bad, I don't like that? It's because you have no logic.
Yeah, I do.
Bullying is based, yes.
You do? What's your logic? Give me the logical reason why trans people are bad.
My logic is it's not natural. I cried when my friends transitioned because I did not see their natural self.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So your entire logic is...
I wonder if he actually had a trans friend. I just kind of feels like he's just saying that as a thing. Like, I truly wonder. And then how far did they get along in their supposed transition? I mean, like, what? I don't think this person exists. I don't think it exists at all.
Unnatural equals bad. So
maybe what he's saying is that he cried when his favorite porn star transitioned because he couldn't jerk off to them anymore.
First off, that is an appeal to nature fallacy. It is a logical fallacy to suggest that something is good or bad or right or wrong simply because it is natural or unnatural.
Have a wonderful
I demonstrated
exactly. That's what that exactly. That's why I fucking smoke cigarettes. They're not bad just because they're unnatural, guys. Come on.
Throughout this
bickering.
conversation
You keep
why
bickering.
this appeal to nature
You
fallacy
keep
is a logical fallacy
bickering.
by pointing out that you take Tylenol, you take ibuprofen. These are unnatural things that help you,
You
that
keep
improve your life.
bickering,
Look at
sir.
that. Something unnatural can have a positive effect on people.
Yeah, real men don't cry.
And guess what? Gender transition has a positive effect on the mental health and
that you're
overall
bickering?
well-being of trans
Did I
people.
hear that
So
you're
by the
bickering?
logic of
There's an
positive
emergency
effects, we should accept trans
happening.
people.
Woo, 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 woo. There's emergency happening. You're bickering. Bye bye. Woo, 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 woo.
Is that an argument? Wait,
I'm sorry. That was so fucking funny. That was fucking great.
So, okay. To recap, this person's entire argument was the appeal to nature fallacy,
I don't
and
know.
that's it?
I like that fucking the sounds that he made. That was pretty poggers. Okay. Cool video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.